Good evening, everyone. Gigi here. Good to see ya. I have made a couple videos. For some reason, they will not load. Don't understand it. So this is going to have to be very short. It's currently, look at that, 9/11. And here I saw this title of Canadian Prepper, I'm leaving society now before World War III. Okay, that's a pretty chilling title, and I assume he means it. He says I'm out. I don't know if it's one of his games, but nonetheless, it would appear as if World War III is going to start literally in hours. We just had China deploy 90 warships in the South China Sea. And it looks like they're getting ready to attack Taiwan. And if you remember that vision the sister had about the Rapture being at the time of the war with China and Taiwan. And I want to just go over a couple things that over the years I've had seemingly odd words here and there that I knew in the spirit represented World War III, and one of them, and this was 6-7 years ago, was the South China Sea. And I did a video on it, although those aren't still on the channel, but some of you may remember, but I remember even having confirmations with people about the South China Sea, and I was like, there's something about that. It has to do with war and the rapture. And so it really struck me today, like, to mention it, okay? Because a lot of this is, we're hearing about the South China Sea a lot, and it's related to this war, and then we also had that ultimatum with Putin the other day, and, basically he said, I want this, 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 and that from Ukraine and NATO, and if not, it's over. Offering, his idea of a peace deal, which NATO rejected immediately, and but nobody's right. Nobody makes sense. There's not one side that's right, the other's wrong. It's just everything's evil. Everything's just evil, and it's all about setting the stage for World War III, so the Antichrist can come and have his kingdom for 7 years. And that's what all this is headed to. And those 7 years need to start any minute now because of the timelines that we've been going over. Jacob's trouble, obviously that they're surrounded. And now the U.S. is surrounded. And in fact, there was about 40 nuclear submarines sent out from Russia surrounding our east and west coast currently. And then we had that nuke sub going to Cuba from Russia the other day. So you can see that these things are, you don't have like this many nuclear submarines deployed and ready to go. Whether they call it a drill practice, we know it's not what it is. They're deploying everything under the demise, or under the, the fake title of a drill. Okay, that's pretty much what it is at this point. And so I wanted to also mention that June 12th was the day that Enoch was born and raptured. He was on the same day, and that's on the 6th day of Sivan, which is the third month and 6th day. I know some of you have been getting 6 and 3s. What strikes me is that Enoch, at the time, it is said that he was born at that time. It was Shavuot, and so it always falls on Shavuot, unless the calendar's messed up. Okay. So because Enoch was the first man raptured, I believe it's possible. It looks like God was pointing to Pentecost. And so I was thinking, well, will it happen on the 6th day of Sivan, which was June 12th, and it didn't. And then I thought, well, maybe he's just pointing to Pentecost. Period. Whenever that really is, which a lot of us are looking at tomorrow, and I would just give it a little leeway with the calendars because they're messed up, okay? And that's because we live in a fallen world, and God did not spell it out clearly in the Bible how to operate the calendar. That's why scholars have been arguing for years about it. And then also summer, spring's ending, Songs of Solomon, summer starting June 21st and 2nd. Summer solstice, 21st. Now that, I don't know, that could be a 21-0 America Day, I don't know if that means that something will happen to America on the 21st, but it might, because 21 is also the number of judgments in the Bible, in Revelation. So I would really, the stage is set for World War III to go nuclear any minute now. It's just, and I've only touched upon a tiny bit of the news and headlines, and all of you, I'm sure you're following it. At least, Anyway, so I wanted to give you that and explain, why I can't take up too much time explaining why I haven't been able to load or make these videos, because then that will make this video not load. And I want to get this one out, so it's late right now. You're going to get another late night video, if it even loads at all. I don't know. So God bless you guys. Keep looking up, because we're in the time of the harvest. The church was born on Pentecost. Enoch was born on Pentecost. God likes full circles, like a full circle. Like, why was Enoch 365 years old when he left the earth? Well, that's a full year. Gregorian calendar, that's a full year. So it could mean that God's doing, the rapture's on Pentecost on the Gregorian calendar, reflecting Enoch 365 days a year, a full circle once again. With that, I'll leave you. Good night. God bless you all. And I'll see you in the air. Pray for this guy. He needs to get saved. Canadian prepper. He's been a blessing with the news. And all you out there, get saved. If you need to get saved, get saved. Believe in Jesus Christ now. The only way to heaven, the only way to the Father. He died for your sins. Shed his blood and made atonement for your sins. Believe in him today, the only way. He is God.